welcome to yoga. We are going to have a good stretch today to remind ourselves how to move. Make sure you've got a block and a strap nearby in case you need it. And we're going to start laying down because that's a nice place to start. So up to you whether you take the feet flat, the knees towards the ceiling, and then just drop the knees in towards one another. That might be a comfortable place to start. Or you might just want to lay out on your mat, entirely up to you. But find a comfortable place to start with. And then I invite you to take your hands to your tummy and chest if you want to physically feel that breath moving in and out of you. If you're happy just to keep the hands by the side of you, then do that instead. Your choice, get yourself nice and comfortable here. Okay, we're going to take some really nice, even breathing just to start class today. I want you to think about getting heavier on your mat with every exhale. And I want you to start to remove any of the day's worries and just begin to start to focus in solely on your breath and on yourself, which is a gift in itself. Okay. So if my breath pattern doesn't match yours, then do your own. So here we go. Let's take an inhale for the count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 4, 3, 2, and 1. With your eyes closed and your breath smooth and even, your body heavy on the mat. See if you can set yourself an intention for this class. Visualize it and hold it in your mind's eye for a moment or two, breathing with it. With every inhale, it gets clearer. With every exhale, grow heavier on your mat. Okay. If the feet are flat and the knees are pointed, we're just going to lengthen the legs off. I'm going to take the hands high above the head. I just want you to stretch out through one side, pointing the toes, reaching the fingertips towards that back wall, finding that stretch through one side of the body, and then changing to the other side, lengthening, reaching those fingertips towards that back wall, pointing the toes down, and then just moving through one side and then the other, taking your time here, moving however your body is asking you to move. Okay, let's take the hips over to the right. We're going to take the hands and the feet over towards the left. Take the ankles side by side to start with, just finding that really nice stretch through that right side body. And maybe this is enough for you. Keep driving that right hip down, lengthening through that right side. If you have a little bit more space, that right ankle can cross over the left. Left hand can take right wrist just to gently encourage a slightly deeper opening through that right shoulder. Simply breathing in and breathing out. With every inhale, feel that opening up of those ribs on that right side. And as you exhale, allow that shrinkage to happen. Keep driving that right hip down. With every breath, let it come in and then let it go. Okay, let's bring ourselves back through center. This time round, left hips go over to the left-hand side, feet and hands over to the right. Starting with those ankles side by side. Left hip drawing down in towards the mat. The breath smooth and even as it comes and it goes. And then if you think you've got a little bit more, left ankle can cross over the top of the right. Drawing those shoulders away from the ears. Maybe right hand takes the left wrist. Drawing that left arm over just a little bit more. Okay, last breath here. Make it a good one. Take a nice deep inhale. Feel those lungs expand, the ribs expand. And then exhale as we shrink. Taking the feet back to center. And then from here, draw those knees in towards the chest. See if you can think about the spine as one long length on your mat. Imagine those sit bones moving down towards the bottom of your mat and reaching the crown of the head up towards the top of the mat. Push through the heels, knees come in towards the chest, shoulders are away from the ears, finding some space here. And then just slight circles on that lower back, just moving here, just encouraging a little bit of movement through that lower back there. Okay, and then from here, expand those arms away from you. We're going to drop the knees over towards the right hand side. If you need a block to meet the knees, then pop a block in that space. Taking the gaze over towards the left hand side. If you've got more space, that left leg can cross over the top of the right as you bring the knees down towards the mat. Maybe that's going to deepen your stretch. If that's not that comfortable for you, then go back to where you were. Again, using that breath to help you with every exhale, those knees are coming down a little bit closer towards the mat or towards the block, whatever you've got to bring the floor up to you. And then up to you whether you use the core to draw the knees back up to center, or if you just use your hands, it doesn't matter how you get there. And then we're going to take the knees over to the left-hand side, bringing the gaze over towards the right. And then once again, maybe bringing the floor up to the knees if we need to use a block. And then if you have a little bit more, that right leg can cross over the top of the left and then draw those knees down with just a little bit more weight. You'll get a deeper stretch through the glute. And then again, using that breath to help you with the exhales, maybe the knees move a little bit closer towards the block or the floor. Okay, head back to neutral. Use that core or your hands to bring those knees back up again. Going to take the hands to the knees, draw the knees in towards you, take the knees nice and wide. Just let's move through the hip space. The core is going to have to work here as we push that lower back into the mat as those legs come away from you. The closer the knees remain in towards the body, the less hard your core is going to have to work. So you pick your level of challenge for today. Remember to keep breathing. And then let's swap direction. Next time round, we're going to push the knees away, take them wide, bring them in towards you. Push through the not hips, what are they? Heels, that's the word. Push through the heels. Keep pushing that lower back down into the mat. Imagine drawing belly button in towards the core. Okay. And then our last one here, bring those knees in towards you. Okay, we're going to rock and roll the spine. Take a moment here to enjoy that feeling. And then cross those ankles and let's find ourselves into a table. All right, we're going to start nice and simple. We're going to extend that right leg away and push through the heel. We want that left knee directly under the hip. We want to push through the hands so we can separate through the shoulders. And we're going to push that back heel towards the back of the room. Draw the belly under. Okay, right knee's going to come down. We're going to extend the left leg. Push through the heel. Keep the hip nice and level. Imagine the back of that left knee reaching towards the ceiling. Keep pushing the hands down. Nice separation of the shoulder blades. Take the gaze between the hands so the neck is long. Okay, we're going to start to move through our cat-cows. Take an inhale, lift the gaze, drop the belly, sit bones look towards the ceiling, and then take the movement from the pelvis as you begin to round through the spine, taking the gaze down between the hands or between the knees, moving with however your body is asking you to move. Maybe a simple rock backwards and forwards will feel nice. Maybe moving as far as into child's pose. Really allow yourself to express yourself here. See what feels good. And then maybe moving through a slightly more circular movement as you drop down through the elbows and start to think about moving the hips in circles. Okay. When you're ready, we're going to pause here back in our table. We're going to take the right leg away from us. We're going to have the foot parallel to the short edge of our mat. From here, we're going to start to find that nice stretch through the inner thigh. We're going to move into a more traditional cat-cow as we lift the gaze, drop the tummy, and then take a round through the spine. Nice and slowly moving through the spine, maybe beginning to, as you round through the spine, begin to push the bottom back and move forward, seeing if that feels good for you or not. Okay, and then when you're ready, we're going to take the left hand down by the knee. We're going to find ourselves in a gate pose. Allow the right hand to come all the way over the top. And then from here, set yourself up in a gate. We're going to bring that right elbow towards the right knee and extend away, holding that leg high if it feels good. And if it doesn't, you can send it right back down again. We're going to go for another 3, 2, and 1. Find your gate. Allow that stretch through the side body. Find that space around the shoulder. Keep control of the neck, but allow your head to hang heavy. And then we're going to take the hands back down. Okay, from here, we're going to extend that left leg out this time. Hands are pushing down into the mat. Find that the outside of that left foot parallel to the short edge of the mat. And then we're going to take a moment here as we take an inhale, lift the gaze, drop the belly. Exhale, round through the spine. Taking your time here, working with what feels good for you. Okay. And when you're ready, take that right hand to the side of that right knee. Lift the left arm all the way over the top. Taking the gaze wherever feels comfortable. Pushing down through the pinky edge side of that left foot. And then when you're ready, we're going to lift that left leg. And then take elbow to knee for 5, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Left leg can come down, finding that gate pose. Taking the gaze wherever feels comfortable, open through the throat. And then bring that left hand down, right hand comes down, finding your table. All right. From here, we're going to play around with our right leg extension. So as we begin to extend that right leg away, drawing the core under, we're going to tuck the left toe and we're going to hover the left knee. A little bit of core work for us here as we hover. And then that left leg is going to extend. Find yourself in a plank. Bring the right knee under the hip, switching it out as we take that stretch down the back of that left leg. Left knee comes in, drop both knees down. All right, lovely. Okay, from here then, we're going to take the right leg away, but we're going to lift it this time. So we're going to extend it towards the back wall. Draw the belly in. Left arm is going to come away from you. I don't know why the camera is doing this. It's very annoying. Okay, I'm going to get closer and see if I can make it stop. Nope. I don't know why it's doing that. It's very annoying. Okay, we're going to extend that right leg away. Left arm is away too. Draw the belly underneath. From here, let's take it wide. And then back to center. Crunch it in as the elbow and knee meet one another. Send it away. 2 more. Take it wide. Back to center. Knee to elbow. And away. Last one here. We're going to hover, keeping it here. Back to center. Elbow to knee. And away. Left hand's going to come down, right knee's going to come down. Let's switch out. Left leg's nice and long. Push through the heel. Right arm is going to come alongside the ear. Gaze down. Reaching forward, pushing back. Let's take it wide. Back to center. Crunch it in. And away. Taking it wide. Back to center. Crunch it in. Last one here. Let's take it wide, but we're going to stay here just for a little bit, not too long. Back to center. Crunch it in. Let's reset ourselves. Hands come down. Okay. From here, to bring the feet together. Take the knees as wide as the mat. Bring the bottom back into a wide-legged child's pose. Walk the fingertips away from you. If you have space, spider up the fingertips and then allow the chest to be nice and low towards the mat. Okay. Take an inhale here. See if you can walk those fingertips a little bit further away from you. And then exhale, come down just a little bit lower, pushing through the fingertips to get the bottom back towards the heels. We're going to walk the hands over to the right hand side, place the left hand on top of the right, and then drop into that left shoulder. And then walking the hands through center and then over to the left hand side. Right hand places on left. Drop into that right shoulder. And then all the way back through center. From here, we're going to make our way back into our table. All right. From here, take the right hand to the back of the head. I'm going to switch that way around. Okay, from the back of the head, we're going to open that elbow to the right-hand side and then draw it across to the left. Okay, we're going to go for 5, for 4, for 3, 2, and 1. Whilst we're here, extend that right hand to the ceiling, draw the ribs round. And then as we pass that right hand underneath the left, come to rest on top of that right shoulder, walk the left hand away. If you've got space and you fancy it, extend that left leg away as well as you start to push through that left heel. Okay, left knee is going to come down if it's extended. Push through that left hand. Come all the way back out. Okay, let's go on the other side. Left hand to the back of the head. We're going to draw the left elbow towards the right. Open up to the left. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. This time, extend the left hand to the ceiling, draw the ribs round, and then the left hand's going to thread underneath the right, rest on top of that left shoulder. You can extend the right arm away, and the right leg can extend, pushing through that right heel. Okay, bend that right knee, place it down, push through that right hand, draw the left arm out. Okay, we're going to have a little bit of a play through our downward facing dog. Let's remember how it feels. Pushing through the hands, tuck the toes, draw the core in. We're going to hover the knees, push back, chest to thighs. Sink down for a minute, allow the underside of the feet to get a really nice stretch through the calves, through the Achilles. And then float the bottom up. I'm going to start to pedal out those heels. Take a moment to wiggle through the bottom, lengthening through the hamstrings. Okay, we're going to pause. Take a deep bend into the knees. Push the sit bones up towards the ceiling, chest towards thighs. Nice stretch across the shoulders. And then lengthen the heels down towards the mat. Right leg is going to come high. Reach it up towards the ceiling. Open the hips out to the right and bring that right foot towards the bottom. Squeeze the glutes. Allow that hip flexor to stretch on the right side. Nice, strong quad stretch. We're going to take the right knee high on that right elbow and then come all the way back to our three-legged dog. Right knee high on the right elbow, three-legged dog. Last one here, right knee high on that right elbow, three-legged dog. And then bring that right foot through the hands. Left hand is going to stay down. We're going to open that chest round to the right side, bring the right arm up too. Taking the gaze wherever feels good. Maybe right hand comes all the way behind you to touch the top of that left thigh. Just rolling that right shoulder back a little bit more. Pushing that left heel away. Imagine the back of that left knee reaching up towards the ceiling. Right hand is going to come down. Take the left knee down, untuck the toes. Use your block, down by the right hand side of you. Going to lift the arm high and then stretch over towards that right hand side, bringing the ribs round ever so slightly as well. Bringing the chest round through center. I'm going to shift the weight over that left knee. Take the toes on the right side to the ceiling. Hinge from the hips. Nice long spine as we imagine bringing chin towards the top of the mat. Take an inhale, lengthen, and exhale. We're going to fold forward. And then placing that right foot flat. Okay, removing the block to the other side. Take the hands down, tuck the back toes, lift the back knee. Going to find ourselves in plank as we take the right foot back to join the left. We're going to hang out here just for a moment. Push back with the heels, squeeze the glutes. Think about the knees lifting towards the ceiling. Push through the hands, separate those shoulder blades. Draw the belly button up towards the top of the mat so you are super switched on. And then bend at the knees, chest to thighs. Find your downward facing dog as the sit bones move towards the ceiling. And pedal out the heels. Wiggle through the bottom again. Allow the hamstrings to stretch out. And then when you're ready, find your down dog. Pause here. Take a breath. Left leg's going to lift towards the ceiling. Three-legged dog. Open the hips to the left. A left foot comes in towards the bottom. Squeeze the glutes to move those hips forward. And then that left knee is going to come high on that left elbow. Three-legged dog. Two more. Left knee high on the left elbow. And back to three-legged dog. Last one, left knee high on that left elbow. Three-legged dog. Left foot's going to come through the hands. Right hand is going to stay down. Let's bring that left hand up towards the ceiling. Keep pushing through the back heel. Back of that left knee is reaching towards the ceiling. And we're going to start to bring those ribs round over to the left. Maybe left hand wraps around to touch the top of that right thigh. Okay, the chest is going to come back round to center. Drop the back knee down, untuck the toes, come up. Left hand to the block. Right arm is going to reach up and then all the way over. Really find as much space in the spine as you have available. Drawing the ribs round ever so slightly. Just a small movement is going to lengthen that hip flexor on the right side and that deepen that stretch through the IT band. Thinking about those hips moving forward and down. And then we're going to bring the gaze back to center, shift the weight over the top of that right knee, toes on the left side towards the ceiling, hinge from the hips as you start to fold over that left leg. Visualizing chin towards the top of the mat, draw left hip in towards the body as you begin to fold down. And then slowly, carefully coming up, we're going to bend through that left knee, bring the block to the top of the mat, take the hands down, bring the knee back to join the right. We're going to tuck the toes, chest to thighs, send the sit bones up towards the ceiling in your downward facing dog, and then pedal out the heels. Okay, we're going to step, hop, or jump to the top of your mat. It doesn't matter how you get there. And once you're there, very, very slowly stack each vertebrae and find your way back up to standing. Okay, once we're there, take an inhale, bring the arms nice and high, reaching up out of the waist. And then we're going to take a forward fold. Hinge from the hips. Imagine the crown of the head reaching the floor or the big toes. Think about the sit bones looking up towards the ceiling. Take a bend into the knees. Notice how that really changes that hamstring stretch. And then take a little sway over the top of the feet, coming from the toes, moving the weight through center and into the heels will really change the way that stretch feels. Take the hands to the shins, lengthen, allow those legs to straighten up. Find that length through the spine so you look like a table from the side. Take the gaze down, lengthen the neck, and then take a forward fold. From here, we're going to take opposite elbows. Nice bend into the knees so we can send those sit bones high. Take a sway from left to right. Widen the stance if you need a little bit more stability. And then take the weird grip, swap the elbow grip over for the one that feels a bit wonky. Nice heavy head. Allow any tension from the neck to disappear. And then when you're ready, pause. We're going to take the right hand down. As we do, we're going to start to straighten the left leg. The right leg bends. We're going to lift that left hand high. Use a block if you need to bring the floor up to you. Maybe that right hand comes all the way round to touch the top of the right thigh. Start to push the bottom back. See if that changes the stretch for you. And then switch it out. Left hand comes down. We're going to straighten the right leg, bend the left, lift that right hand towards the ceiling. And then maybe taking that right hand to the crease on that left thigh and maybe pushing the bottom back just a little bit. And then coming all the way back round. Okay, from here, we're going to take a half lift, hands to shins, lengthen through the spine. You look like a table. And then take another forward fold. We're going to stack each vertebrae, and as we do, we're going to come up towards our standing. Ah, nice. Take an inhale, reach those arms high above the head. Stretch up out of the waist, spread through the fingers. Find the webbing between the fingers, find that stretch as well. Draw the shoulders back into their sockets and then release. I'm going to play around with tree pose just for a minute just to finish up on. So we're going to take that sole of the foot either towards the ankle to the side of the shin or up to the inner thigh. Find a place that's not on a joint that you can find stability. Really push down through the anchor points of the feet and then open that knee out to the side. We want our hips forward facing. We're going to take the arms to cactus arms, draw those shoulder blades together and down, elbows towards the back of the room, draw the core in, and just find some peace and stillness here. If you want to deepen the challenge, you can always begin to close off the eyes, but be aware that you will likely wobble. And if you do, make sure you have a safe space to fall. Okay, releasing, removing the foot wherever it was, bringing it down. Take an inhale, reach the arms nice and high. Bring those hands back down by the side of you. The right foot is your anchor, is your lead foot now. So really find those anchor points in the foot. Come to the opposite of whatever you did on the other side. See if you can. Again, we want those hips forward facing. We want that left knee opening out. Once you've got that stability, find that core engagement to keep you stable. You're going to bring those arms up and then take them into cactus arms, allowing those shoulders to squeeze together, elbows towards the back of the room. We're going to find some peace and stillness here. Again, if you want to deepen the challenge, feel free to close off the eyes. And then we can open it. All right, removing that foot wherever it landed. Let's take an inhale, reach the arms high. I'm going to take a forward fold here. And then from here, come down, bringing the bottom down onto the mat. And once we're here, up to you whether you go all the way down or if you want to go via boat pose. If you do, we're going to bring the shins up, float the boat, hands come alongside those shins, draw the core in, knees come closer to you. We're going to start to extend the legs away. We're going to hold it here. Bring yourself back together again. Let's take those legs away. Hold it here. Bring yourself back together again. Last one. Taking those feet away. Come down to as low as is comfortable. And then if you want to just come down and do, if you want to go by a dish, then credit to you. Well done. Okay, finding a happy place to be. We're going to finish off class the way we started. So find a place where you are happy, just to take some lovely even breathing one more time. And if you want to take the hand to the chest and the tummy, just to find that physical breath, then please do. Okay, so settling in, finding that heaviness through the mat. And as we take an inhale for the count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Going to inhale for the count of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feeling heavy on your mat. The breath smooth, even, long, and relaxed. Remind yourself of your intention from the beginning of class today. Take a moment to revisit it, knowing that the breath is always there whenever you need it. To take a moment, gain control, or just a simple moment of peace. When you're ready, start to move through the body, wiggling the toes, wiggling the fingertips. And then take a stretch through one side of the body, really lengthening on the mat, and then the other side. Making any final adjustments that you might need to. And then when you're ready, you can meet me on your mat whenever you're ready.